Hi, third graders. Mr. Winky here, coming to you from my office here at my house. I'm excited to start doing a read aloud for all of you. I'm going to be posting this hopefully just about every day, and we're going to be doing a chapter book. I'm excited for this book for a few reasons. One, I've never read it before. Mr. Roycraft recommended it to me, and it's one that I've heard a lot about, so I'm excited to get to it. And two, it's by an author that I used to know when I was in elementary school. We're going to be reading a book called The One and Only Ivan by Catherine Applegate. And the cool thing about Catherine Applegate as an author is that she wrote a lot of books many years ago, like when I was in elementary school, like 20 years ago, called the Animorphs series. It was a very popular series when I was a kid, and then she kind of took a lot of time off. She went away as a writer for quite a while, and she just came back a few years ago with this book, The One and Only Ivan. So I'm excited to get to read it for you. So let's go ahead and get started with the first few chapters today. The other thing you're going to notice about this book is that the chapters are kind of different. Some of the chapters are only a page long, some of them are only half a page, some of them are several pages. The author wrote some interesting chapters in this book, so it'll be kind of fun for me to read. I've never read a book quite like this. All right, chapter 1 is called Hello. Hello, I am Ivan. I am a gorilla. It's not as easy as it looks. Names. People call me the freeway gorilla, the ape at exit 8, the one and only Ivan, mighty silverback. The names are mine, but they're not me. I am Ivan, just Ivan, only Ivan. Humans waste words. They toss them like banana peels and leave them to rot. Everyone knows banana peels are the best part. I suppose you think gorillas can't understand you. Of course, you probably also think we can't walk upright. You try knuckle walking for an hour. You tell me, which way is more fun? Patience. I've learned to understand human words over the years, but understanding human speech is not the same as understanding humans. Humans speak too much. They chatter like chimps, crowding the world with their noise, even when they have nothing to say. It took me some time to recognize all those human sounds, to weave words into things, but I was patient. Patience is a useful way to be when you're an ape. Gorillas are as patient as stones. Humans, not so much. How I look. I used to be a wild gorilla, and I still look the part. I have a gorilla's shy gaze, a gorilla's sly smile. I wear a snowy saddle of fur, the uniform of a silverback. When the sun warms my back, I cast a gorilla's majestic shadow. In my size, humans see a test of themselves. They hear fighting words on the wind, when all I'm thinking is how the late day sun reminds me of a ripe nectarine. I'm mightier than any human, 400 pounds of pure power. My body looks made for battle. My arms outstretched are taller than a human. My family tree spreads as wide as well. I am a great ape, and if you are a great ape, and you are chimpanzees, and orangutans, and bonobos, all of us are distant cousins. I know this is troubling. I too find it hard to believe there is a connection across time and space, linking me to a race of ill-mannered clowns. Chimps. There is no excuse for them. The Exit 8 Big Top Mall and Video Arcade. I live in a human habitat called the Exit 8 Big Top Mall and Video Arcade. We are conveniently located off I-95 with shows at 2, 4, and 7, 365 days a year. Mac says that when he answers the trilling telephone. Mac works here at the mall. He's the boss. I work here too. I'm the gorilla. At the Big Top Mall, a creaky music carousel spins all day and monkeys and parrots live amid the merchants. In the middle of the mall is a ring with benches where humans can sit right on their rumps while they eat soft pretzels. The floor is covered with sawdust made out of dead trees. My domain is at one end of the ring. I live here because I am too much gorilla and not enough human. Stella's domain is next to mine. Stella is an elephant. She and Bob, who's a dog, are my dearest friends. At present, I do not have any gorilla friends. My domain is made of thick glass and rusty metal and rough cement. Stella's domain is made of metal bars. The sun bear's domain is wood, and the parrot's is wire mesh. 3 of my walls are glass, and 1 of them is cracked, and a small piece about the size of my hand is missing from the bottom corner. I made the hole with a baseball bat Mac gave me for my 6th birthday. After that, he took the bat away, but he let me keep the baseball that came with it. A jungle scene is painted on one of my walls. It has a waterfall without water, and flowers without smell, and trees without any roots. I didn't paint it, but I enjoy the way the shapes flow across my wall, even if it isn't much of a jungle. Excuse me. I am lucky my domain has 3 windowed walls. I can see the whole mall and a bit of the world beyond it. The frantic pinball machines, the pink billows of cotton candy, and the vast treeless parking lot. Beyond the lot is a freeway where cars stampede without end. A giant sign at its edge beckons them to stop and rest like gazelles at a watering hole. The sign is faded, the colors bleeding, but I know what it says. Mac read it to me aloud one day. Come to the Exit 8 Big Top Mall and Video Arcade, home of the only and one and only Ivan, the mighty Silverback. Sadly, I can't read. Although I wish I could. Reading stories would make a fine way to fill all my empty hours. Once, however, I was able to enjoy a book left in my domain by one of my keepers. It tasted like termites. The freeway billboard has a drawing of Mac in his clown clothes and Stella on her hind legs and an angry animal with fierce eyes and unkempt hair. That animal is supposed to be me, but the artist made a mistake. I am never angry. Anger is precious. A silverback uses anger to maintain order and warn his troop of danger. When my father beat his chest, it was to say, "Beware, listen, I am in charge. I am angry to protect you because that is what I was born to do." Here in my domain, there is no one to protect. The littlest big top on earth. My neighbors here at the Big Top Mall know many tricks. They are an educated lot, more accomplished than I am. One of my neighbors plays baseball, although she's a chicken. Another drives a fire truck, but he's a rabbit. I used to have a neighbor, a sleek and thoughtful seal, who could balance a ball on her nose from dawn until dusk. Her voice was like the throaty bark of a dog chained outside on a cold night. Children wished on pennies and tossed them into her plastic pool. They glowed on the bottom like flat copper stones. The seal was hungry one day, or bored maybe, so she ate 100 pennies. Mac said she'd be fine. He was mistaken. Mac calls our show the littlest big top on earth. Every day at 2, 4, and 7, humans fan themselves, drink soda, and applaud. Babies wail, Mac dresses like a clown and pedals on a tiny bike. A dog named Snickers rides on Stella's back, and Stella sits on a stool. It's a very sturdy stool. I don't do any tricks. Mac says it's enough for me to just be me. Stella told me that some circuses move from town to town. They have humans who dangle on ropes, twining from the tops of tents. They have grumbling lions with gleaming teeth and a snaking line of elephants, each clutching the limp tail in front of her. The elephants look far off into the distance so they won't see the humans that they want them to see. Our circus doesn't migrate. We sit right where we are like an old beast too tired to push on. After our show, humans forage through the stores. A store is where humans buy things they need to survive. At the Big Top Mall, some stores sell new things like balloons and t-shirts and caps to cover the gleaming heads of humans. Some stores sell old things, things that smell dusty and damp and long forgotten. All day I watch humans scurry from store to store. They pass their green paper, dry as old leaves and smelling of 1,000 people's hands, back and forth and back again. They hunt frantically, stalking, pushing, and grumbling. Then they leave, clutching bags filled with things, bright things, soft things, big things. But no matter how full the bags are, they always come back for more things. Humans are clever indeed. They spin pink clouds you can eat. They build domains with flat waterfalls. But they are lousy hunters. Alright, that's going to be enough for this episode. You will have to come back tomorrow to hear Gone, the next chapter. See you soon.